Proxima's piece Pondering the Cube presents a canvas of immense power, charm, and magic. Whenever you first look at this work, your eye is likely to be drawn towards this iridescent cube set in center space. This is a grand introduction to this absolutely magical and powerful piece. Our view appears to be a little reserved here. We're standing behind a lone subject whose silhouette is all we're offered. There is immense weight in the composition as a sense of scale mixes with color, light, and even form too. This weight is reinforced even further by the light that shines from the higher region of the work at hand here. This not only frames the cube, but it draws our attention towards it and elevates its presence in every sense. The colors in this work really do vary quite a bit, but despite this, we have what appears to be a red, gold, and blue-green base here. Of course, red and gold are going to be on one side, while blue and green are the other. Those are going to be kind of contrasting each other's, provides a sense of energy to the work at hand, of course, that saturation, and also the contrast as the eye bounces back and forth. We also see a stunning sense of texture within the work at hand. You can see this everywhere from the smooth walls to the reflective floor and even the shimmering iridescent nature of this cube, all of which reminds of advanced technology. With this in mind, I gotta ask you guys, what comes to mind when you're first looking at this piece? The setting of this work appears to be a high hall or temple of some kind or another. It's hard to say exactly where we are. Despite this, the architectural design may remind of brutalism, which often shows a very raw material construct, whether that's concrete, steel, or otherwise. Of course, this is going to be quite minimalist, even to the point of a fault for some. And we see this subject in the composition. As previously mentioned, all we're offered is this silhouette, so it's hard to say exactly who this is or why they're here, but regardless, our eye is drawn towards this subject. They act as a powerful reference to the sheer scale and size of the setting of this scene here. You can certainly imagine just how tall and massive this construct truly is. But we wonder why the subject is here or what is happening. The title of this work is Pondering the Cube clearly points to the same act here. And looking at this cube, it certainly feels like the main subject of the composition. After all, it has this iridescent charm, it's set in center space, and it is above all else. Looking at the literal material of this cube, we see what appears to be glass, crystals, gemstones of some kind or another, but even then, this iridescent charm certainly reminds of the wide world of technology. When we look at iridescent forms, they have the nature to transform and even transfigure in a way that obviously is going to be some multivariate symbolism. Anything which can change identity, anything which can change its state of being is going to feel sacred or divine, or at least a higher status in some way or another. The massive setting of this piece almost feels like it was specifically designed to host this cube here. You see this, it's set in center space. The light falls upon its form as well, all of which elevate its presence and bring our eye towards its attention and its form. But of course, the title of this work, the idea of pondering the cube, we are clearly wondering what exactly this is. There's really no doubt that this is a very important act, right? When you see something that mystifies or captures your imagination or makes you ask questions, it's extremely important to pay even greater attention to those things. This is a beautiful, mysterious, and even mystical display that's going to have you feeling a sense of awe time and time again. The piece before us was created with AI generative art as its base medium. This, of course, gives an incredible amount of dynamism to the work at hand and truly captures the imagination and has us wondering time and time again. Really hope you'll enjoy today. We talked about so many different things, from the impact of color combination, the sense of texture here, the idea of iridescence, and even the symbolism behind that as well. We talked a little bit about this subject. We wonder why this subject is here, what they're doing. They are clearly pondering this cube, although it's hard to say what this cube exactly is. We even talked about the architectural style of brutalism that this setting appears to be representing as well. So many different things we hit on today. I really hope you'll enjoyed. If y'all enjoyed, go check out the original artist Proxima Centauri B, truly a multidisciplinary artist working in everything from digital illustration to AI generative and so much more. Once again, really hope y'all enjoyed today. If y'all enjoyed, go check out the original artist Proxima Centauri B. Like I said, really doing some amazing stuff. My name's Apollo, this was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.